The 30 years preceding the Civil War in American history, the period of the 1830s, 40s, 50s, was one that was marked by increases in democracy. This is the Jacksonian era, or the age of the common man. And what we see politically is an expansion of the franchise, a more inclusiveness for Americans to participate. It also is an era that sees the introduction or the development of a lot of reform movements. And again, these are tied to that increasing democratic principle. The people of the United States are wanting to make the country a more open, a more accessible, a more equal, and to a certain extent, a more godly place. The reform movements are going to center around issues of religion. We're going to see entire new religions born. The Mormon faith is born, very American types of religions, the separation of the Unitarians from the Congregationalists, and spiritual movements. Some of these in the Romantic vein. Part of it is a reaction on the part of established churches to what they perceived as an overly intellectual, overly developed, static, cold sort of religious establishment that comes out of the Enlightenment, that's too rational, that's too reasonable. And they want to emphasize emotion, they want to emphasize experience. And so a lot of these religious movements are going to come out of sort of the backwoods area, a less churched region, a less formal area. And they're going to feature stump speakers and camp revivals and things like that. And again, give birth to whole new religious movements. What we're also going to see, though, are reformers who intend to hold the United States up to its promises of equality, of democracy, of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And in this regard, they're going to pursue reforms of things that they see as abusive or oppressive within the system. This will include things like prison and asylum reform. It will address societal issues like the temperance reform. There will be anti-slavery movements, and these will take a variety of forms. Most of them are gradual, though some become more heated. Colonization movements, an effort to rid the United States of this perceived moral blot. And also an increasing emphasis on the rights of all citizens. And this is going to include freed persons. This is going to include women. It's going to include immigrants. And again, emphasizing democracy and opportunity for all. The key feature of all these reforms is going to be an inclusiveness and experientialism and holding the United States up to the promise of its values.